Hi, my name is Elizabeth Poth. I am the Director of Clinical Services at Onata Wellness Center, located in Heartland, Wisconsin. I recently wrote a blog titled The Intimacy Anorexia Widow. I read it to a few women who experience sexual addiction and intimacy anorexia in their relationship. They encouraged me to share this on a more public forum. The Intimacy Anorexia Widow. She is your neighbor, friend, or coworker. The Intimacy Anorexia Widow is your child's pediatrician, the police officer who told you that your taillight is out, or your yoga instructor. She is college educated or only has a high school diploma. She is a judge, but you don't know she lives in a home where she's criticized and judged. She is your mother or grandmother, and you can't see her pain. Her shame, fear, and anxiety is hidden beneath a veil of bravado or a happy helper. The Intimacy Anorexia Widow. She is affluent and travels abroad on business, but she is emotionally bankrupt. The man she loves has swindled her out of a life of emotional security and placed her so far in the red she can't even see a way out of the pain and darkness. A simple touch to her hand fills her with hope and is a crumb she must hold on to for days, weeks, months, or years. She works at the local coffee shop and gets you your latte every Monday morning. She is the mom pushing her toddler in a stroller at the zoo, but you can't see she's walking aimlessly in pain because she's been crying on the bathroom floor all night so as to not wake her family. The Intimacy Anorexia Widow is your child's school teacher, coach, or PTA chairperson. She sits next to you in church, synod, or mosque. She is always the first to get on the bus as she heads off to university in Lonelyville, USA. She has stomach aches daily. She stares out the window of the bus, airplane, or trolley. She's both numb and keenly aware of their patterns now. She still ponders when did he start slipping away. She keeps an app on her phone or marks her appointment book tracking the last time they had sex. He slipped into the abyss, but when and why? What did I do this time? He gaslights her. The blame and manipulations harden her. She questions, am I anorexic too? The Intimacy Anorexia Widow does not share because she thinks you won't care, but rather you won't get it. She doesn't want to answer why she stays because she's begged God to will her to leave. She got mad at God. She gave up on God. On the way to pick up her stepchild from school, he yelled at her all the way there. She stumbles from the car having a panic attack. Gasping for air, she aimlessly walks home. A kind old woman startles her from behind and offers her help. She blurts out, I'm having a panic attack. The kind woman envelops her in a warm, motherly hug. She is racked with sobs. She never sees the woman again. She ponders, was that God's way to hold her in her pain? The Intimacy Anorexia Widow's husband often holds her hand in public. He appears to attend to her every need, and like the gentleman he is, he always helps her take off her coat. At every function, he holds the newborn baby for what seems like hours. You think she's getting a break, but really, he's using the baby to avoid her. If he's busy with the kids, he doesn't have to touch her. You're jealous because her husband is always tinkering with their old cars. They don't have to pay a mechanic for repairs. You don't know she's raged at him the night before, metaphorically drunk in her why. Why are you out in the garage again? He holds the wrench more than he holds her. The Intimacy Anorexia Widow felt like he died some year way back when. She's been married for a couple of years now, or a couple of decades, but she's always alone. She is isolated in her pain. Date nights are but a distant memory. The flowers are dead and the chocolates have turned to dust. Her therapist calls her codependent because he's never heard the term intimacy anorexia. She no longer complains about the little things to her friends. She fears if she opens up, all the built-up pain, rage, fear, and anxiety would erupt like a hot molten volcano. The Intimacy Anorexia Widow makes a friend in the most unlikely places, on a vacation, alone. In a coffee shop, one cold winter morning, in a desolate, out-of-season vacation town in the mountains, nestled by a warm fire with a nice hot cup of tea. She quietly asks the woman next to her, can you pass me some sugar? A friendship is born. She finds she's not alone. They help each other, taking those midnight calls, wiping away tears with the words, "I get you. You don't have to explain it to me." They walk through, each and every week, a text, a call, a cup of tea. The hug that is so needed, a journey unknown, but one that is warmed by friendship. She is no longer alone.